Come in.
I'm here in the Nigella kitchen. This is so exciting. You're very tall.
I'm not actually very tall, but I come from a short family, so I think I'm tall, and that adds.
You're much taller than I thought you were.
Good.
Or would be. Do people judge you a lot before they meet you, do you think?
They always say, oh, you're thinner than I thought, which makes me think, God, how fat do I look on screen? They always say that to me.
Nigella, I've been thinking long and hard about a challenge to give you. I want you to give me a favourite dish a minute.
Okay. Starting now?
Starting when we start the clock.
Okay, I'm raring to go.
No, you're already flirting with the camera over there.
Sorry. The most tense moment is the battery insertion.
Battery's going in, Nigella. You can count us down.
Turn away. No,
count
please.
us down.
I can't count.
Okay, we're starting.
Okay,
so what is your favourite dish?
My favourite dish, roast chicken and mashed potatoes, with maybe some roast potatoes as well.
And what is your naughtiest kitchen secret?
Don't have one. No
you
secrets.
must have one.
I'm trying to think. I mean, the only thing that I suppose I'm a bit ashamed of is that my children do sometimes have microwavable meals. But otherwise...
Do you ever eat takeaways?
Yes. Two sorts. The sort when I pretend it's a treat for the children, pizza, and I hover around, because they don't eat their crusts, so I hover around eating their crusts, which I sprinkle Tabasco on. It's really delicious. And then sometimes I have Japanese takeaway. It's a real treat.
Do you ever eat in bed?
I mean, nearly always, I'm afraid to say. Nearly always. It's a disgusting mess. Blankets splodged with soy sauce.
Now, your husband, Charles Saatchi, is a big art collector.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have
no,
a favourite
before
painting,
you start, I'm going to say favourite artist,
a passion for art?
It's interesting to enter a different world. That is certainly interesting, but I don't really feel... I never like to get led down commenting type paths.
No, we're well into the second minute.
I know, you wasted that talking about Charles.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Another favourite dish, please.
Spaghetti carbonara.
Do you read a lot?
I do quite a lot. I mean, it's like smokers always take lots of cigarettes everywhere they go. I always have to take lots of books in case this terrible thing, I might run out of reading matter. I might get stuck somewhere and not be able to read.
And you write, of course, not just books, but also articles. And you started off having a very different career, a very serious career, as a journalist.
Right. Yes.
Well, quite serious.
Well, food is also serious, but I take your point entirely.
Are you still very opinionated?
Well, I'm not as opinionated as I was when I was a columnist, because then, in fact, you're paid to be opinionated. And I did really stop it a bit when I thought, I know I've written on this subject before, and I just can't remember which view I took. And then I knew it was time to stop. I think I'm less, but I did it when I was younger, and I think when you're younger, you feel you have the answers, and then as you get older, you realise you don't.
This is perhaps a tricky or difficult question, but is there anything tongue-in-cheek about any of your TV shows?
I don't think so. I do know that, sometimes just to mask a certain maybe hesitancy or embarrassment, I might get a bit arch. But I don't mean to be tongue-in-cheek. Maybe ironic sometimes, but I know it sounds odd, but openly ironic. I'm not trying to be coy.
You're very coquettish, flirtatious.
Thanks.
Not with me, I hasten to add.
No, I'm not really. When I started off, I just thought I was talking to my sister, really. And so, therefore, the tone is intimate. But I don't feel it's flirtatious.
I'm not sure we've had another favourite dish so quick.
Steak béarnaise.
Do you have any food hates?
Soy milk, if that doesn't even count as food, does it?
I'm not going to be the judge of that. No, I suppose it
I don't
doesn't.
like soy milk.
Do you eat a lot of fruit?
I eat a lot of everything, I'm afraid.
There's lots of noises going on in the background.
There are a lot of noises. Well, I've got a lot of children in the house.
A very attractive woman, and you're a real woman. And so you send out signals, perhaps, to society that you don't have to be super skinny to be attractive.
Well, it's a difficult thing to comment on all that sort of thing. I certainly think nearly all women worry about their weight to some extent or other, but that women also wrongly assume that the thinner you are, the more attractive you are, and that's really about clothes. I don't think it's about attractiveness.
So
I'd rather have food than fashion.
You're not a slave to fashion, then?
Not at all. No. Food much more important in my life.
Are you sporty?
Tremendously. No, I was once sent off the athletics field because I nearly got a javelin in someone's back. But apart from that was really the extent of my sporting career.
You
In
had...
fact, my games report at school said Nigella has no inclination to move whatsoever.
You did, however, move from school to school quite a bit as a child.
Yes, I was never good at authority.
What was it like being brought up by a father who became, when you were around about 14, a famous political figure?
Well, you know, the thing is, for all children, you make whatever you've got, it's normal. But when my children complain to me about how embarrassing it is having me as a mother, and then they say to me, well, actually, it must have been worse for you with Jampa, which is what they call my father, so they're very understanding.
Tell me the secrets of your name, because it was your grandmother.
Yes,
who
my
came up with
maternal
it.
grandmother. Well, my mother wanted to call me Gondola, which is completely bonkers, but it was the 60s. And my maternal grandmother loved gardening, and there's a flower called Love in the Mist, which is Nigella.
Favourite dish, quick, another one.
Linguine alle vongole.
So I was going to ask you, because you studied Italian at university, please just say my name is Nigella. In
Mi chiamo
Italian.
Nigella. E ciao, Matt.
Ciao, and lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.